Hey everybody, this is Sporadiclese with Red v Red Podcast, giving you guys my weekly update. Today I want to talk about a little bit of a recap of the preseason as well as looking forward to the Community Shield. First up, I want to talk about the injuries. Unfortunately, we're in a dire situation again with our defense just being in shambles. There are a lot of question marks around the team and who's going to be fit, who's not. From the looks of it, we've got Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka all questionable. Lenny Yoro obviously not going to be making an impact today. He's going to be out for a few months, so we won't have him available, as well as Rasmus Hoyland. And so that's a lot of people that we could have potentially used for this upcoming weekend that are not going to be available. Hopefully, the timetable for some of those returns isn't going to be too awful because we do have the season kicking off here in the next couple weeks, and so I'm just really hoping that we can be a little bit conservative with our lineups and who we're picking. I'd really love to see some of these questionables on the bench and not starting if they are going to be fit for the match. So Luke Shaw is definitely one of those. I haven't really seen a whole lot in terms of his fitness levels and his actual availability. So hoping that we don't see him out again at the start of the season, and really looking forward to seeing some of the youth that are going to get opportunities and some of the old veterans coming in. And so that's kind of the state of our injuries. Unfortunately, like I said, out quite a few. But we do have a lot of things to look forward to. And we have returned to action for quite a few of our players who were unavailable for preseason due to their commitments to their national teams. So I am seeing the return of Bruno Fernandes, Kobe Mainu, Diogo Dallo, Alejandro Garnacho, and Lisandro Martinez. Hopefully, all of those are going to be available for the team this coming weekend. I think that a lot of them would be a huge boost. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes, kind of the heartbeat, the engine of the Manchester United attack. So really looking forward to having him. Kobe Mainu, the young general, he'll come in and he'll make a big impact. Obviously, in the FA Cup last year, he was huge and scoring the second goal, and Bruno for setting him up for it. So really looking forward to seeing what that combination has to bring here this season and this weekend. Diogo Dallo is also going to be a big improvement upon what we've seen so far in the preseason, as well as Lisandro Martinez. I've really been hoping to see them in action again. They were on their well-deserved 3-week holiday, coming back uh, from Copa America on Lisandro Martinez's part, as well as Alejandro Garnacho, who I am expecting to see at least play some part in this upcoming match tomorrow. Um, and we also are going to have probably some first team debuts in a competitive competition, so to speak. I know this is not exactly what we think of whenever we think of a competitive match, the Community Shield, but it is a chance at silverware, and I think that a lot of these guys are going to do well to perform and potentially bring home their first trophy in a Manchester United jersey. Those players being Harry Amas and Joshua Zirkzee. I definitely see them coming in and having starting roles this weekend. And with that, I would like to bring up my predicted lineup for the Community Shield tomorrow. In goal, no doubt, we're going to have Andre Onana. He was always going to be a shoe-in for that role. Um, not any serious competition there. We're definitely expecting him to do well for us this season. He's said that he's looking to take more risks, and I think against a Manchester City team, you definitely have to take those if you want to come out on top. In left back position, we have Harry Amas. I think he had a pretty good preseason. He's definitely a raw talent. He still has some things that he's got to work out, but I think he's definitely going to be an amazing option for the future, and I think we'll see him a lot in the squad this season. Next to him at the left center back position, I am expecting Lisandro Martinez, the Butcher, phenomenal player. Really looking forward to having him back on defense. He brings a lot to the team. that we are missing whenever he is not there. Next to him, given all of the injury issues that we're having in our defense, we're probably looking at Johnny Evans, who had to come off in our last preseason game due to illness at halftime. And so I think he's really the only option that really makes sense to put in there to pair up with Lisandro Martinez. I think that that can be done to good effect. And so I'm looking forward to seeing him bring that veteran presence. On the right back side, we have Diogo Dallo. Again, huge to have him back. Really looking forward to what he brings to the team. Our offense could look kind of stale at times in preseason whenever we didn't have him. So, really looking forward to that injection into our offense. In center defensive midfield, we're going to go with the combination of Casemiro and Kobe Mainu. Unfortunately, Casemiro has not had the best preseason. He's kind of continued a little bit on the decline, but I think he's still one of our better options that we have available to us at this time for the real ball getter. We were looking to bring one in for the season, and I was hoping that we would see some movement there before the season starts. It's looking like that's not going to be the case. So Casemiro is going to most likely start for us in that position for this Community Shield. Kobe Mainu, again, coming back from a Euro loss, unfortunately, in the final. I was really hoping that he could get his first piece of silverware for the country, and unfortunately, didn't happen that way. He's shown that he has every quality required of a midfielder in their prime, and I think that he's going to be very good going forward and holding on to the ball and transitioning our team from defense into offense. He's shown that all last season. He had composure that is very uncommon to see in a youngster of his age, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do again against this Manchester City tomorrow. On the left wing, we have Marcus Rashford. I think that Eric Ten Hag is going to start with Marcus Rashford, and Garnacho may come off the bench. The reason being, I think Marcus Rashford is more likely to be considered fit or closer to full match fitness. Since he has taken part in the preseason, he was not selected for the national team for the Euros. So I'm expecting him to be fresh, and I'm hoping that he comes in with hunger because he's going to need it to keep his spot in the starting 11 against an Alejandro Garnacho who really had a show-out performance all last season. In the center attacking midfield role, never any doubt, Bruno Fernandes, captain, first person on the team sheet. Always expect him to have good games, and especially against a lot of the bigger opponents like a Manchester City. And so I expect great things from him and look forward to him continuing the relationship that he's built with Kobe Mainu in the midfield, as well as his wingers that we are seeing a new introduction into the starting lineup for over on the right. Rather than using Antony, I think that Ten Hag is going to deploy Amad Diallo, who has had a very good preseason, in my opinion. Not a whole lot that he's done wrong. A lot of good goals. It looks like he has been doing what Antony has been trying to do since he came into Manchester United, and that's cut inside on his left foot and shoot for the back post. We've got goals from him doing that, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him do that again. I am going to peg him as a goal scorer tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. He's got a tough matchup against Guardiola, but I think he's going to be ready for the challenge and up for it. And finally, in the center forward position, someone who I'm very excited to see is going to be Joshua Zirkzee. I think that he's going to get the start. He's our only currently healthy center forward option, unless you consider Marcus Rashford as such. I think Marcus Rashford obviously better on the left wing, but Joshua Zirkzee is very good at hold-up play, and I expect him to be able to bring a lot to the team that is not there in Rasmus Højlund. I think he's got some finishing abilities that he can definitely work on, but his ability to drop into the midfield area and assist with transitioning and getting the wingers involved and get in on the counterattack and get in behind defenses, I think he is going to be a very good option for that. So that's my predicted lineup. I'm going to go ahead and say it. We're going to come out. We're going to win. It's going to be a big game, and it's going to set the tone for the rest of the season. I'm looking at another 2-1 victory over Manchester City in this Community Shield. Please, definitely, everybody, give us a follow. Let me know in the comments, do you guys agree with my starting 11? Who would you use instead? And who's going to be the primary players in our games tomorrow? And yeah, hit us with a follow. And I'm looking forward to watching that game and getting back with you guys again here very soon. So definitely go check out the podcast on Rumble. And we've also got links to all of our socials down in the description below. Go follow those. Keep up to date, and we will do the same to you. Thanks. Sporadiclese signing off.